The first light flutters across the horizon like a gentle banner, painting the sky with pale rose, amber, and the faintest whisper of gold. You feel the hush in the air, an unspoken promise that the day has not yet hurried into motion. In this tender hush, you can allow every muscle to soften. Let your shoulders fall away from yesterday's weight and welcome the quiet as though it were a cherished guest come to sit beside you. There is no rush, only invitation. Linger in this delicate moment before the world wakes fully. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91 Zine. This single verse unfolds like dawn itself. Secret place suggests an intimate alcove of calm where your restless mind may exhale. Shadow hints at protective wings arching over your life, shielding you from the glare of anxiety. Now, take a few seconds to notice your breathing inhale the clean morning air that still carries a trace of night sweet dew. Exhale the tangle of worries that tried to follow you into today. With each breath, tranquility deepens, settling like mist over a quiet lake. You can almost hear the hush of distant pines, low murmur of a river easing itself over smooth stones. In this stillness, your heartbeat finds its natural rhythm. Stress loosens its grip, and calm rises unforced, gentle as a dawn breeze that barely moves the feather of an early bird. You can picture yourself stepping into an ancient sanctuary built of light and silence. Stone pillars of trust rise high, their surfaces catching the first slants of daybreak. A simple altar stands in the center, not asking for performance, only surrender. On that altar, you may place the scattered concerns lying across your thoughts like dry leaves, unfinished tasks, unspoken conversations, fragile hopes. Lay them down. Release them into the hands of the one whose refuge never fails. The hush of morning is not emptiness. It carries subtle music, the distant trill of a songbird, the delicate rustle of reeds, single leaf brushing against its neighbor in a shy greeting. You are invited to be part of this living hymn. Senses awaken, yet remain unhurried. You recognize that serenity is not absence of sound, but the presence of harmonious quiet, sacred cadence that allows your soul to breathe. Let the tranquil atmosphere spread inward. You can feel it cooling the fevered edges of thought, smoothing out the creases of your brow. Memories of restless nights slip away like stars fading into a brightening sky. In their place comes a centered awareness that you were fashioned to commune with stillness, not battle against it. Earth under your feet is steady, and the invisible arms of the Almighty form an unseen pavilion overhead, so vast that no fear can outreach it. Listen, too, for the voice that often whispers rather than shouts. It slips between the rustle of tall grass and the soft hum of awakening earth. Be at ease, beloved soul, sheltered. Those words land upon you like petals, delicate yet undeniably real. You need not strive to earn this calm. It is gifted freely given, as the sun gives its light without bargaining or delay. As you linger, you may notice an inner clearing forming. Space where compassion can rise like vapor from warmed river stones. Courage can stretch its wings before taking flight into the day. The hush becomes fertile soil. Roots of resilience find depth there, untouched by the drying heat that midday may bring. You can anchor this stillness by calling to mind moments when you felt undeniably safe, a parent's reassuring hand, steady gaze of a loyal friend, the embrace of soft blankets on a storm-tossed night. Each memory is a small window opening into the vast refuge Psalm 91 promises. Those windows expand until they form full doorways, then step through. Now, picture yourself seated near a dawn-lit shoreline. Gentle waves lap in quiet timing. Each crest brings new reflections of peach and lavender across the water's surface. As the water recedes, it pulls away fragments of your doubt, releasing them to the wider sea. The shoreline does not resist the tide. Neither must you resist the gentle cleansing offered here. Take another unhurried breath. As the air fills your lungs, imagine it carrying a shimmer of light that settles into every cell with cooling clarity. Exhale and feel a flutter of stillness surrounding your heart, like the wings of a great bird gliding on early thermals. You are not striving. You are simply resting in the secret place within the overshadowing wings. The world will soon stir. Engines rumble, doors swing open, voices overlap. But for now, you remain in hush. Store this pocket of quiet as you would keep an ember safe inside a lantern. Throughout the hours ahead, noise presses in. You can return to the memory of dawn's tranquil hush and find renewed composure. Inner stillness is not fragile glass. It is a hidden fortress lined with grace. You may walk its corridors at any hour, guided by the low glow of divine presence. In this fortress, anxiety cannot dictate your pace, and fear cannot rewrite your story. Every stone is engraved with a promise. You are sheltered. You are seen. You are beloved. Before leaving this moment, let gratitude rise gently. Like mist lifting from a valley, it ascends without effort. Whisper thanks for the kindness of new beginnings, for lungs able to draw breath. The quiet hush that houses your first thoughts of the day. Gratitude is the entrance key that will always unlock these halls of calm. Carry it with you. If this message awakens you, feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. Dawn has broadened into mellow brightness, and with the sigh of cedar trees come fresh possibilities. You stand at the threshold of day, choices stretching before you like diverging streams. Some currents are swift, promising instant arrival. Others meander, inviting reflection. Behind each path lies the fundamental choice to rely on your own limited vision or place your confidence in something wider, eternal. Here, trust does not remove responsibility. Instead, it threads assurance through every step so that even uncertainty becomes ground for courage. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Please Psalm 91. Trust is pictured as a stronghold, walls thick with loyalty, that withstand the storms of circumstance. By naming God as refuge, you actively shift reliance from shifting ground to steadfast bedrock. Imagine an eagle perched on a high crag, feathers catching sunlight, eyes scanning distant valleys. Wind rushes around it, pushing, tugging. Yet the bird remains steady because its talons grip the rock. You can model this steadiness. Trust is the talon. The character of the divine is the unyielding rock. Let your confidence fasten itself there, sure and unbroken. There will be moments when shadows lengthen unexpectedly. An unplanned expense, a doctor's report, misunderstanding that shakes closeness with someone you cherish. When such moments come, we'll attempt to speak the loudest, offering scenarios painted in anxious hues. Return, then, to the fortress of Psalm 91. Speak aloud. Yes, sound carries power. You are my refuge. Let the words echo in your chest like a calming drum. You may notice that trust is not only vertical, between you and heaven, but horizontal as it shapes how you treat others. You can meet colleagues, family, strangers with open-handed generosity because faithful confidence liberates you from defending ego. At every turn, your heart rests on reliable ground. Offense loses its sting, and envy finds no purchase. Cultivate faith as a gardener tends roses watered daily with small acts of surrender. This might mean pausing before a decision, whispering, "Why admit?" or relinquishing the burden to always appear strong, admitting a need, and believing provision will arrive. Each small act is a faithful droplet nourishing hidden roots that run deep beneath life's surface. Trust does not demand explanation for every delay or detour. It embraces the mystery that a wiser mind choreographs, unseen good from fragments of confusion. Again, at the sky widening above you, clouds drift, then disperse, forming shapes no human hand could script. In a similar way, your path will twist in patterns not fully clear to you, yet perfectly traced by divine foresight. Rest in this choreography, letting worry fall away like loose dust from traveling shoes. The cadence of trust is steady, not frenetic. You can walk, breathe, choose without frantic haste because you are anchored. Each breath be a silent affirmation. Steadfast. Release control that was never truly yours, and in place of tension, receive poise. Perhaps there is a promise you have carried for years, an unfulfilled dream folded like a letter inside your heart. Trust chooses to keep that letter safe, refusing to toss it away even when timelines blur. Faith stores hope carefully, that seasons exist where seeds rest unseen in dark soil, gathering unseen strength before they break ground. Trust also listens. In dialogue with uncertainty, it hears a quiet assurance rumbling beneath fear's chatter. You are invited to lean closer to that assurance. It feels like the warm weight of a blanket across your shoulders on a chilly morning, gentle yet substantial. Take a slow breath. Let confidence expand in your chest. Picture yourself stepping onto a path bordered by wildflowers gleaming with dew. Each footfall lands on firm earth. Even if fog hides the distant turn, you walk calmly, trusting that the same hand that shaped dawn's palette is guiding your way. When doubt surfaces, you can return to simple. Anchoring truth's morning always follows night. Spring follows winter. Grace follows honest confession. These rhythms are stitched through creation as reminders that trust is never misplaced when it rests in the Creator of such order. Permit a smile to soften your face. Upward curve is itself an act of faith, an outward sign that interior security is growing. You are not or V, anchored. The fortress of refuge stands tall, its gates welcoming you again and again without condemnation. If this message awakens you, feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. The sun climbs and light sharpens into brilliance, tracing every leaf with fine gold. You can sense energy gathering in the day, like sap rising within a mighty oak. Renewal is more than recovered stamina. It is a fresh infusion of purpose, a lifting of wings ready for higher currents. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. Renewal here is not a temporary rush. It is an enduring capacity rooted in hope. Eagle imagery evokes effortless elevation, reminding you that regenerated power carries you above draining turbulence. Consider how morning breeze glides through tall grass, bending each blade without snapping it. The grass springs back, resilient due to hidden pliability. So it is with strength born of hope. It flexes beneath pressure, yet rises again, broken. You might recall seasons when exhaustion wrapped around you like heavy fog. Perhaps deadlines piled high, relationships strained, health wavered. In such valleys, you discovered the limits of human zeal. Yet hope whispered from beyond those limits, infusing quiet vigor into your lungs. That still happens now. Hope drips steadily, refreshing as a mountain spring feeding a dry creek bed. Renewal begins where you acknowledge emptiness. You can pause and name the depletion without shame. In naming, you make space for restoration to enter. Imagine sunlight filtering through canopy above an old forest floor. Leaves part just enough for light to touch saplings hidden in shadow, urging new growth. Your honesty parts the canopy, letting divine strength reach the tender places inside. You can practice renewal in small, deliberate ways. Step outside for a gulp of crisp air. Drink clear water slowly, letting it cool your center. Speak kindly to your own soul, refusing the unforgiving inner critic. Every act of nurturing is a welcome mat for revitalization. Strength also rises in community. You can link arms, share burdens, receive encouragement. Single coal glows bright in fire's center, but flickers alone. In the same way, your resilience flourishes when joined with others who also trust the source of life. By accepting help and offering support, you participate in a shared flame that refuses to die down. Remember, renewed vigor is not frantic hustle, it is composed momentum. Picture a sail catching steady wind, vessel moving forward without straining oars. When divine breath fills your life, you advance with grace. Tasks still demand effort, yet effort aligns with inner propulsion, conserving energy rather than draining it. As you rise into today's responsibilities, bring to mind an eagle pushing off a cliff ledge, wings unfurling majestically. It does not question the presence of air. It leans into the invisible currents, letting physics carry it skyward. Likewise, you can rely on unseen assistance, the Spirit lifting your endeavors above the swirl of fatigue. Midday heat attempts to sap focus, pause again. Close your eyes. Picture a cool river running among silver stones. Its gentle murmur feels spray against your skin. In that instant, strength songs play quietly inside you. Melodies of persistence, refrains of competence restored. Hold confidence that time invested in renewal multiplies effectiveness later. Rest and strength are allies, not enemies. The oak stands tall precisely because it once stood still, absorbing sunlight, drawing water, layering rings of fortitude year upon year. So let today contain pockets of stillness that feed tomorrow's endeavors. If this message awakens you, feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. Light softens once more as afternoon clouds gather, diffusing brightness into gentle silver. Serenity now functions as compass, pointing your intentions toward places where harmony can thrive. Without such inner guidance, you risk drifting on currents of urgency, pulled by every minor crisis. With it, you navigate by calm assurance, choosing responses born from clarity rather than reflex. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Peace here is portrayed as a sentinel, standing watch around core thoughts and emotions, fusing entry to harmful agitation. Its origin transcends logic, proving that deepest calm is supernatural gift, positive thinking. Imagine sailing across a lake at dusk. Water lies flat, flecking skies so perfectly you cannot tell where air ends and liquid begins. Each paddle stroke moves without splashing. The boat glides in silence. Such glassy stillness guides vision. You see farther because nothing distorts the mirrored path. Likewise, tranquility inside you clarifies choices, enabling decisions that honor both truth and compassion. Let this calm become rival to fear's clamor. Anxious headlines flash when unpredictable conversations nip at peace. Return to the sentinel. Breathe deeply, inhaling measured composure, exhaling tension. You can picture peace as gentle but firm hands closing the door on chaos, leaving turmoil outside where it cannot rearrange your perspective. Serenity does not erase conflict, yet it equips you to walk through tension, carrying unshakable equilibrium. You may enter a room bustling with high stakes and find yourself steady, voice measured, mind clear. Others might wonder at your composure. Quietly, you know it flows from a deeper well than personal grit. It springs from communion with the One who stills stormy seas. Colors of calm spread outward. Your demeanor becomes a soft lamp. In hurried spaces, slow smile, considerate words, listening posture. Such presence invites others to slow their pace, breathe, rediscover their own compass. In this way, calm becomes contagious, a subtle ripple across busy waters. Silence can be friend to tranquility. You can build brief intervals of hush into routine. Step outside between tasks. Close eyes. Heartbeat leads you back to center. Through these miniature retreats, you affirm that inner climate matters more than outer bustle. When you encounter a fork in the road, weigh each direction against inner peace. If agitation spikes at one option while calm blooms around another, you've identified guidance. You are not ruled by fleeting comfort, but by deep assurance that marks the path aligned with grace. Cultivate gratitude again. It works in concert with calm. Thankfulness reminds you that gifts surround you constantly. Slanted rays painting building walls copper, aroma of baking bread drifting from a nearby window, kind words in an unexpected message. Awareness of these treasures deepens tranquility, grounding it in tangible goodness. This message awakens you. Feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. Evening shadows lengthen and birds wheel homeward in widening arcs. This is the hour to consider your rhythm of movement with the divine companion. Not a sprint ahead nor a lag behind. Stride before stride accord. Walking with God is pilgrimage, a daily unfolding of shared pace through meadow and valley alike. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 say, 105. The verse pictures steady illumination, sufficient for each immediate step. Inviting trust that ultimate destination is secure, even when only the next few yards are visible. Picture a lantern in your grasp, golden glow pushing back dusk, just enough to outline stones that might trip you. You can sense the quiet presence beside you, footfalls soft yet sure. Conversation flows not in grand speeches, but in subtle nudges, a sudden thought urging kindness, a recollection guiding a choice, a conviction steering you from harmful detour. Walking with God also means pacing yourself. The Holy Companion never hustles in frantic bursts nor idles in apathy. You learn rhythm work, rest, worship, play. Each facet forms a step in the dance. When you charge ahead, fueled by raw ambition, you may glance back to see that peace, trust, renewal are lagging. Slow down. When discouragement tempts you to stop, remember the presence urging forward in gentle perseverance. Along this path you find markers, times when guidance broke, suddenly through gloom like moonlight, revealing hidden glade. Recall those markers. They are testimonies etched into living memory, assuring you that counsel did not fail then and will not fail now. Repeat them softly, provision arrived. Door opened, forgiveness flowed, strength revived. Company shapes journey. As you walk with God, you walk better among people. Compassion widens, integrity deepens, laughter brightens. Others see the quiet glow trailing behind you and feel drawn to its warmth. You become signpost and shelter, echoing the companionship you yourself receive. Obstacles remain part of the trail, will be steep climbs where lungs burn and rocky patches where ankles ache. Yet, always the guiding hand steadies you. At times that hand may even lead off expected trails into unexplored thickets so new vistas can unfold. Trust the detour. Unique beauty often hides in places maps forget. Evening air cools, cicadas begin their chorus. You can sense contentment rising, not complacency, for purpose remains active, deep satisfaction that you do not tread alone. Footsteps echo in partnership. Creator walking within creation, accompanying your heart. Pause and note the milestones already passed. Today, stillness discovered, trust forged, strength renewed, calm established. Each milestone is a stone in a cairn you and God are building. Marker of progress that will guide future travelers, including your own tomorrow, self-returning to the path. If this message awakens you, feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. Night's velvet mantle begins to settle, drawing heaven's first stars into sight. In this final hush, words grow few, so silence can carry its gentle weight. You stand beneath a sky now painted indigo, and you sense divine favor arsing over you, like a protective dome hammered from starlight. Here the journey of this day concludes, yet blessing stretches forward into uncharted tomorrows. Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. This ancient blessing cascades like fresh water down a mountainside, washing every crevice of concern, leaving you luminous with serene assurance. You can let the words settle on you the way dusk settles on a quiet meadow. Softly, thoroughly, without haste. The blessing is invitation and promise protection, graciousness, radiant favor, wholeness. Receive it the way desert blooms drink fleeting rain, petals opening wide. Now, take a final breath of cool evening air. Feel lungs expand with quiet gratitude. Imagine a gentle hand drawing a circle of light around you, holy perimeter no darkness can penetrate. Within that circle, dreams may unfold safely, mind may rest unguarded, body may release tension. You have traveled from hush to confidence, through vigor into equanimity, and onward to companionship. Each phase is braided together, forming a strong rope you can grip tomorrow when storms appear. Rope is grace, woven by steady hands older than time. Hold it lightly yet surely. In a moment, the prayer will close and silence will linger as companion. You can allow that silence to echo within, like soft bells chiming far across fields, reminding you that refuge remains available with every sunrise, every heartbeat, every breath. A short blessing rises on quiet wings for your night and for all tomorrows. May rest cradle you. May purpose wake with you. May peace guard you. May love guide you.